Hey everyone, welcome back. I always get excited to dive into these topics that really make you think, and today we're tackling a big one. The idea that we can actually manifest our own reality.
Yeah, it's a powerful concept.
And we're going to explore it through this really intriguing article. It's called Creator of One's Reality by Shawn Wondunna Foley, published just yesterday, March 14th, 2025.
Right.
So, a lot of people talk about manifesting, but this article goes really deep. It's not just about wishing for things. It's about understanding how our thoughts, actions, and even our beliefs can shape the world around us.
Yeah, it gets into some pretty fascinating ideas about the nature of reality itself.
Exactly. So I'm really eager to break it all down with you and see what insights we can uncover. Are you ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so right off the bat, the article makes this really bold statement. It says that time is an illusion.
Yeah, that definitely caught my attention too.
What do you make of that? Because we tend to think of time as this linear thing, past, present, future.
Right, it seems so concrete. But the article argues that the past and the future are really just projections of our thoughts, like they only exist in our minds.
So what does that mean for our ability to manifest our reality, if time isn't really what we think it is?
Well, if we can let go of this idea of time as being fixed and linear, then it opens up the possibility that we have way more power to shape our reality than we realize. Because if the future is just a projection of our thoughts, then we can change those thoughts and, in theory, change our future.
Wow, that's pretty mind-blowing.
It is. It's like saying that we're not just passengers on this predetermined timeline. We're actually the drivers. We have the power to choose our destination.
So it's not just about passively wishing for things, it's about actively creating our future through our thoughts and actions in the present moment.
Exactly.
That makes sense. And this ties into another key idea from the article. It says that everything we want to manifest, like our dreams, our goals, everything, already exists in the universe.
Interesting. In what sense?
It's kind of like it's all out there, whether we could see it or not.
Yeah.
And our job is to align ourselves with it. The article talks about matching our vibration to the frequency of what we want to attract. I know that might sound a little woo-woo to some people.
It does sound a bit abstract at first.
Yeah. So can you break that down a little bit? What do vibration and frequency mean in this context?
Sure. Imagine it like this. Everything in the universe, even our thoughts and emotions, is made up of energy, right? And energy vibrates at a certain frequency.
Okay.
So when we focus on something we desire, whether it's a new job or a loving relationship, we're basically tuning our own energy to match the frequency of that desire. And by doing that, we make it more likely to manifest in our physical reality.
So it's like we're sending out a signal, and the universe is responding to that signal by bringing us what we're focused on.
Exactly, like attracts like, right. If we're vibrating at a frequency of lack and scarcity, we're likely to attract more of that into our lives. But if we can shift our vibration to abundance and gratitude, then those are the things that will start showing up.
Okay, that's starting to make more sense. Now, one thing that really resonated with me in the article was this phrase, when one gets the inside right, the outside falls naturally into place in this world.
Yeah, that's a powerful one. But what does it actually mean to get the inside right?
Well, the article seems to suggest that it's about aligning our inner world with our outer desires. It's about becoming aware of our thoughts and beliefs and making sure they're in harmony with what we want to create.
I see. So it's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about really examining our beliefs, our values, our habits, and being honest with ourselves about whether those things are supporting our goals or actually holding us back.
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it. Because sometimes we might be consciously trying to manifest something, but then subconsciously we have these limiting beliefs that are sabotaging our efforts.
Right. Like if we believe deep down that we're not worthy of success, for example, then even if we're working hard and taking action, we might still be blocking ourselves from achieving it.
Exactly. So how do we address those limiting beliefs? How do we get the inside right?
Well, it takes some self-awareness and a willingness to do some inner work. It might involve things like journaling, meditation, or even working with a therapist or coach to uncover those deep-seated beliefs that are no longer serving us.
And then it's about actively choosing to replace those beliefs with ones that are more empowering and supportive of our goals.
Right. It's like rewiring our brains for success.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Now, the article is pretty optimistic about our potential to create a new reality, not just for ourselves, but for the whole world. It talks about a collective manifestation project where humanity can come together to manifest a future filled with abundance, peace, and prosperity.
It's a beautiful vision. But do you think it's realistic? I mean, can we really collectively manifest such a positive future when there's so much division and conflict in the world right now?
That's a good question, and honestly, I don't know the answer. But the article argues that we're all interconnected, and that when enough people shift their vibration to a higher frequency, it creates a ripple effect that can impact the collective consciousness.
Interesting. So it's like each individual act of positive manifestation contributes to a larger shift in the overall energy of the planet.
Yeah, and the article even uses this powerful analogy. Simply embrace this future, like one would approach a new horizon in the distance. The more one moves towards it, the closer it comes to one.
I like that. It implies that it's not about passively waiting for a better future to arrive. It's about actively moving towards it, one step at a time.
Right, and maybe even more importantly, believing that it's possible.
Belief is key. Because if we don't believe it's possible, then we're not likely to put in the effort to make it happen.
So what can our listeners do, practically speaking, to start aligning with this vision of a more positive future? What are some concrete steps they can take?
Well, first of all, I'd say it's important to be clear about what you want to manifest, both personally and collectively. Take some time to really envision the future you desire and write down those desires in detail. That way you're not just vaguely wishing for good things to happen. You have a specific target to aim for.
Yeah, that's great advice. And then what?
And then it's about consistently aligning your thoughts, actions, and beliefs with those desires. It's about making choices that support your vision, even in small ways. It's about practicing gratitude for what you already have and cultivating a sense of abundance in your life.
The article also mentions specific techniques like visualization and affirmations as being helpful tools.
Oh yeah, those can be incredibly powerful. Visualization is about creating a vivid mental picture of what you want to manifest, almost like you're watching a movie of your desired future. And affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself, like, I am healthy, wealthy, and wise, or I am attracting abundance into my life.
So it's about retraining your mind to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want.
Exactly, because what we focus on expands. If we're constantly dwelling on our fears and worries, we're just giving those things more power. But if we can shift our focus to our dreams and aspirations, then those are the things that will start to blossom.
This has been such an insightful conversation. And I think the biggest takeaway for me is that manifestation isn't some magical process. It's about understanding how our thoughts and beliefs create our reality, and then taking conscious steps to align ourselves with what we truly desire.
And having faith in the process even when we can't see the results yet.
Yes, trusting that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring our dreams to fruition. So before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question. If you could manifest anything into your reality right now, what would it be? And what is one small step you can take today to align your vibration with that desire?
What a great question. Thanks for joining me for this deep dive.
Thanks for being here.
It's always a pleasure.
Until next time.
See you then.
Bye.